It was really far south. It was in really remote place, in distant place. And Sulaiman was asking them about the possibility of bringing that pedestal to him, that throne, how do you call it in English? And one of those genies said, I'm going to bring it to you in a blink of an eye. It's just, you do this and it's, I don't know, transported to your presence. Is this certain prophecy about what we are about to see unfolding in scientific research? Maybe. Maybe not, but time will tell. Probably in another 1,000 years, who knows? Quran is here to stay with us for the time till Judgment Day, and some other generations have to do explorations as well. Navigation in space and time. Quran gives us this really great example. وَبِالنَّجْمِ هُمْ يَهْتَدُونَ. Najm is star in Arabic language, but an-najm, when we put definite article in front of it, it's the northern star. And it's placed far away from us. But when we look at it from northern hemisphere, it looks as if it is positioned above the North Pole. And they are navigating themselves in the oceans, in those dark seas, in those vast countries. They are navigating themselves by this northern star. Another reference to how natural sciences are important to us, how useful they can be. Now, if we have maybe 15-20 minutes, we can move to social sciences. Again, we are not successful researchers when it comes to social sciences. But Quran is giving us, again, a lot of incentives to study them. Quran is talking us many times about our human actions and the aftermath of those actions. What are the consequences of our actions as individuals and as groups, as states? Even though we have this another important subject, it's called conflict resolution. And that is something that we also do not master. We have many conflicts arising between friends, between spouses, husband and wife. We have conflicts arising between states on international level. And we have quite many examples of how to resolve those issues. Take, for example, this divorce procedure in Islam. It is permissible in Islam to divorce your wife, but there is a certain procedure devised by Quran. And it's painstaking. It's long procedure because God wants us to preserve those relationships if possible. But what we do today, we say, for someone's wife that she is divorced 3 times. Why 3 times? Because God first is advising us to take first step number 1, to go to communicate with our spouse, to try to sort out the problems in a way that includes communication. Second phase is probably frozening of our relationship. We are just, putting pause on it. We are just a little bit distancing each other. Maybe that will help relationship. Then we have this phase when we are inviting other parties to come to be some sort of arbitrage, to try to find solution if we are not able within marriage. Then, even if this tribunal is not able of fixing our marital problems, only then can we say divorce. So it's not a procedure. Maybe step number 1 will end the problem, maybe step number 2. But even when we divorce our wives, we still have second chance to return to our marriage. We have third chance, but that is the end of our taking chances. then we should definitely look for someone else. But nice lecture in decision making, how we should always take our time, be patient, study the situation. Do not make decision in a split of a second, you're divorced, you're this, you're that. That's what we do as individuals and as groups. We do not have this process of decision making. Let it be 6 months. So we are aware of the consequences, what we do. Okay, we have to go fast, like 10 minutes. But what is God's message? As-sulhu khayr. Peaceful resolution is always better. If you can come to terms with your wife, with other state, other group, it's always better. Then leadership. It's important because, again, we like it. God is speaking about two main qualities that each leader should have. It's first his knowledge, abundance of it, plentifulness of knowledge, and physical shape. You should be in good shape. You should be working out if you are aspiring to become a leader, like Obama. He's in good shape. And definitely a smart guy too. This particular example was about Talut. People asked their messenger to give them God-given a leader. They do not want to have these debates, primaries or whatever, because they can be really nasty. Sorry for this expression. And they just asked the prophet to give them a God-given candidate. When God decided to give them this candidate, they objected. Again, who? The powerful elite. Their objection was really simple. Well, how come on earth he can be our leader and he does not have as much money as we have? That's, I don't know, those elites that have money, they're always struggling for power. I don't know, it's through history, It's not only today that we have those millionaires financing their campaigns. It's, I don't know, melody of humankind, I guess. Other thing, Islamic economy. Okay, we have this economic crisis in time of Yosef or Yusuf that he successfully weathered. That's a long subject, but we had also his fellow friend called Karun, who, when asked about his fortune, said, well, I acquired it because of my knowledge. It was really, really, really wrong answer. Why? Because he was living in a state that was not even on the level of, how do you call it, serfdom. It was slavery, where people used to work for nothing in order for him to get all of this money. Whatever you did in that kind of system, you could never ever succeed. And definitely he was not owing all of that fortune to his smartness, to his ability to do things, because the system was helping him and oppressing thousands of others, everybody else probably. We have this American journalists discussing this foreclosure crisis, and Arianna Huffington devising a solution that is close to this Quranic one. First, get rid of the interest and see if you can get back your principal, but in certain way. How? First of all, wait till the person who has this distressed debt is back on his feet. Wait till economy starts again to gain this momentum. If this doesn't work, try to forgive this debt and try to release those people from their debt, because obviously it's like beating that horse. People who do not have a chance to start again. We all need a chance for some fresh start. Increasing our debt is definitely not a solution. It was really like taken from the Quran. It's like وَإِنْ كَانَ ذُو أُسْرَةٍ فَنَظِرَةٌ إِلَىٰ مَيْسَرَةٍ. If that person is living in hardship, wait until he comes back to his feet. وَأَنْ تَصَدَّقُوا خَيْرٌ لَكُمْ. just to forget about it, it's better for you. Sharia Index Project. You probably all heard of Cordoba Initiative. They want to measure the Islamicity of Muslim countries. Okay, we have many countries that are proclaiming that they are Muslim countries. Islamic country of this, Islamic country of that. But this initiative wants to put some measurable things that can tell us, are those societies indeed Islamic or not, in their institutions, in the way they practice Islam. We should have something really that is measurable. Two other things, and we are going to finish them in like 10 minutes. Concept of ijtihad. You all heard about ijtihad and about mujtahids. What is ijtihad? It is to give your most, to give all efforts you can spare, so that you feel at the end that you do not have any other power left in your body or in your mind, in trying to find solution for a certain problem. I do not think that we have this approach to sciences. When we are totally exhausted, like working 15 hours in the lab or reading 10 hours, just being totally exhausted. We have this instance in Surah Tabarak, when God is telling us to look at this universe. To look again, to look many times until our eyesight is totally tired. It is not capable of giving anything else to us. It's not capable of perceiving things anymore. So we definitely want to do more, but our bodies cannot follow. We just fall asleep. We need this reset. So if you want to study, please do it like Mujtahid does, with this total effort in that particular direction. Access to knowledge. God is really strongly condemning those who are hiding knowledge from others. يَكْتُمُونَ الْعِلْمَ. They know something, but they do not want others to know that. We have here two important issues. You all heard about open source things, and you heard about patents and about copyright laws. Well, the inventor should be awarded, definitely, a fair reward for his work. But should we really prevent third world countries from ever getting on their feet? Should we prevent the rest of the world from becoming more developed, from gaining this kind of knowledge? Even here in the US, those patent laws are creating a lot of trouble. Why? Because companies cannot invent as fast as they want without getting into this legal hurdle, into this legal struggle with each other. So those are really, really important and contemporary issues raised in Quran. And we are definitely running late.
10 more minutes.
5 minutes, okay. 5 minutes more, please. We'll just say at the end the importance of dua. Two things. Quran has many du'as, many prayers for those who seek knowledge. One of them is Rabbi Zidni Ilma. You know that. God, please increase my knowledge. You have to say it. When you're studying, you have to say it. God's messenger is saying other thing. God, please teach me those things that are beneficial to me, and make my already known knowledge beneficent as well. Because sometimes we are learning things that we do not need. Sometimes we know things, but we are not implementing them. Very, very problematic issues. Please God, I am seeking refuge in you. Do not let me ask you something that I do not know its consequences. So those are really important du'as. Other one. We with our senses are sensing this material world. And sometimes we are only limited to it. and we are asking God, please God, do not limit our knowledge to this world, to this material world. Make it also extend to something that we can learn only from Quran. وَلَا أَكْسَرَ هَمِّنَا. Do not make this dunya, this world, our greatest concern. Please do not do it. And then I have this example from Bosnia that is a good example for someone who is truly inspired by Quran. My high school was founded, as I said in the beginning of this lecture, in 1530s. It was a long time ago. The guy who founded it was Gazi Husarbek. He was Ottoman ruler at that time of the Bosnia and Eastern Europe. He said something really important in his chapter, in his, how do you say that, will, when he defined what his endowment should do. Let me just give you a quick brief on his endowment. He founded mosque, madrasa, Islamic school, library, and many other institutions that were to support and found these two institutions. He said in one very important sentence, I want this school to teach religious subjects and every subject that time is ruling as necessary. So we now have in my school all of those contemporary subjects, sciences, and etc. I think that if we have goodwill, if we have true niyat, pure determination to do certain things, to really found this kind of institutions, we can still do it. And here in the US, we have institutions that are already here for us, to give us really good chance to pursue this Quranic imperative to seek knowledge. I wish to thank you all for your very, very kind attention, and I hope to see you again soon. And I'd also like to thank my hosts, Faizan Saeed and this Muslim Student Association for having me, and I hope that we'll be seeing each other very, very soon. And may Allah Almighty help us on our way of seeking useful knowledge. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.